Hello students, we are going to do the branched compound. In the previous lectures we have done about straight chain compounds, about the ring compounds. So carbon can also form branched compounds. First we will see what are branched compounds, then we will go with the structural isomers. See, a carbon chain, I am writing a straight chain of carbon, and with this one branch is attached. So this kind of compound is called as branched compounds. Means with the straight chain we can have some branches. The main part of this is to write the name. How to write the name? The first step is to put the numbers of each carbon. You have to select the longest chain. 1, 2, 3 and 4. This is the longest chain. This can also be the chain 1, 2, 3 and 4. Both chains are same, but 1, 2 and 3. This chain is not same. So I have taken the longest chain with the 4 carbon. Then 4 carbon means bute. All the bonds between them is single ane. And the second carbon contains a CH3 group. Second carbon contains CH3 group. If CH3 group is present in the form of branch, then we write this name as methyl. They belongs to the alkyl family. So the name of this compound is 2-methylbutane. One more example of branched compounds. CH3, C, CH3, CH3, CH2, CH3. So the carbon chain can also exist in this form. So writing the name of this compound, number the longest chain with the 4 carbons. So second carbon contains 2 branches. 4 carbons means bute, single bond ane. The second carbon contains 2 methyl group. So you have to write second for this carbon and second for this carbon. So what is present? Methyl group, dimethyl. Dimethylbutane. One more example. CH3, CH, CH3, CH, CH3, CH2, CH3. Now how to write the name of this kind of branched chain compounds? The first thing is numbering of the carbon. 5 carbons. 5 carbons means pent. All the bond between them is single, pentane. Second carbon contains methyl group. Third carbons contain methyl group. 2, 3, dimethyl pentane. So in this way we are going to name the branched compounds. In branched compounds we have a topic called as structural isomers. What are structural isomers? Structural isomers are the compounds with the same molecular formula. The molecular formula should be same, with same molecular formula but different structures. The molecular formula will be same but this different structure. So we'll go with the first structural isomer of butane. Butane's formula is C4H10. How many structural isomers are possible for the butane? So first they will ask how you will get in the question in the board exam. Write the what are structural isomers? Write the structural isomers of butane. Okay, the first structure what you can write is the simple butane. The name of this is butane. Count the carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 carbons, 10 hydrogens. 3 plus 2, 5. 3 plus 2, 5. 10. So this molecular formula is satisfied. Now, what is the same molecular formula but different structures? With same molecular formula, you have to write more structures. Okay. Now, see, I have made a straight chain with the 4 carbons. Now, I'll be making a straight chain with the 3 carbons. I have attached one branch to it. Now count the carbon. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 4 carbon. 3, 3, 6, 9 plus 1, 10. This is also C4H10. So different structures are possible. So the name of this is 2-methyl propane. 2-methyl propane. So in this way, you can draw with the same molecular formula different structures. If you draw with the same molecular formula different structures, we call it as structural isomers. So only 2 structural isomers are possible with the butane. One more example with pentane. C5H12. The first structure, write the straight chain. CH3, CH2, 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 CH3. So this is pentane and write the name. It contains, the long chain contains 5 carbons. Now I am taking a long chain with the 4 carbons. CH3, C, CH3, H, CH2, CH3. Now count the number of carbons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is satisfied. 12. 12 hydrogen should be there. 3, 3, 6 plus 9 plus 3, 12. 12 hydrogen. So this is also correct. So, and write the name. 2-methyl butane. Okay, one more structure can be possible for the pentane. This is 5 carbon long chain. Now this is 4 carbon. Now I am taking the long chain with the 3 carbon. And to the second carbon I am attaching methyl group. So what the name will become? 1, 2, 3. Prop, single bond, ane, 2,2-dimethyl propane. So in this way, for pentane, we are getting 3 structural isomers, 3 different structures. So structural isomers are the compounds which have same molecular formula but different structures. Okay, these are about the branched compounds. So in the notes, I have written the structural isomers, definition of structural isomers, structural isomer of butane, these 2 structures, structural isomers of pentane, the 3 structures, and one more example, hexane. So hexane structural isomers also we have done. So these are branched chain compound. You can get this question for the 3 marks. Definition and write the structural isomers of pentane or hexane or butane or heptane. Think and write. Okay, now the last topic which is left is versatile nature of carbon. We know that the carbon forms a large number of compounds. In the first lecture I have discussed that carbon forms a large number of compounds. So why the carbon can form these many numbers of compound? What property which enables the carbon to form these number of compounds? So that is due to versatile nature of carbon. Carbon forms a large number of compounds. The nature of covalent bond enables the carbon to form large number of compounds. So due to the presence of the covalent bond, it can form these many numbers of compounds. The 2 main factors which enables the carbon to form large number of compounds are catenation and tetravalency. Now what is catenation? The carbon has a unique ability to form the bonds with the other carbon. Carbon can form a bond with the other carbon. We have done this. The carbon forms the bond with the other carbon in the form of alkanes, alkenes, and alkynes, giving rise to a large molecule. This property is called as catenation. Catenation means the unique ability to form the bond with the other carbon which gives rise to a large molecule. Carbon can form saturated and unsaturated compounds. In saturated compounds, we have done alkenes like ethane, propane, butane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane, decane. And similarly, in unsaturated compounds, we have alkenes and alkynes like ethene, propene, butene, pentene, hexene. In alkynes, ethyne, propyne, butane, pentine, hexyne. So, it can form saturated and unsaturated compounds. Carbon can form long chains of carbon in the form of branched chains of compounds, long chains of carbon, branched chain of compounds. Even the carbon can also be arranged in the form of ring. Give the examples of all. Straight chain like butane, pentane, hexane. Ring compound, cyclobutane, cyclopropane, cyclohexane. Okay, this is cyclobutane. In branched chain, I have taken one example, 2-methylbutane. Okay, you can give one example or two examples of this and you can explain this. This is about the first property, that is catenation. Next, second, tetravalency. Its valency is 4. Carbon has a valency of 4. So it is capable of bonding with the 4 other atoms of carbon. It can form the 4 bonds with the other carbon or atoms of some other monovalent element like hydrogen. It can form the 4 bond with the hydrogen. It can form 4 bond with the chlorine. It can form the 4 bond with the fluorine. Compounds of carbons are formed with oxygen. Even then compounds of carbon are formed with the oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, sulfur, chlorine, fluorine, iodine, and many other elements, giving rise to a compound with the specific properties which depends upon the element other than carbon present in it. So if in a carbon compound the nitrogen is attached or sulfur is attached or oxygen is attached or chlorine is attached, so the property of that compound will depends upon these elements, not on carbon. This is tetravalency. So you can get a 5 marks question of the versatile nature of the carbon. What are the 2 factors which enables the carbon to form a large number of compound? That is catenation and tetravalency. You have to explain according to the 5 marks. This question can come in the 5 marks. Still here your chapter is completed. Okay, remaining whatever the topics are left, they are deleted from the syllabus. So chapter has been completed till here. Thank you.